Hello, you sexy, beautiful, hip cats and dolls out there in YouTube land. I'm the level grinding junkie known as the AntiHeroDrink. Thank you for tuning in. This is Growlanser, the Heretics of War. This sexy, sleek RPG wants you to pick it up with its promise of a narrative dealing with romance, betrayal, tragedy, and the hardships and conflicts brought on by war. Credit to the game's name, it actually implements a lot of these elements quite well within its narrative. You're going to go enjoy the slick, beautiful, hand-drawn caricatures of the characters in the game, the slickness and the beautifulness of beautiful animated cutscenes, all visually hand-drawn and all visually stunning. This gem packs a lot of content within its story, and this is an RPG for the RPG player that has a taste for the classics. But this game does hit on a couple of sour notes with technical difficulties with some design aspects and clunky battle mechanics. So if you're asking yourself, is this a video game you would want to pick up for yourself? I'm going to tell you right now to sit back, grab a cold one, and lend me your ear, players. This RPG starts you off on a continent engulfed by war because of a major decay going across the lands, taking more and more fertile lands away from the people that inhabit it. This makes the major three nations go on all-out war with each other in this continent. On top of that, there is no escape from this war or any outside help because of a menace known as Screepers that inhabit the waterfronts of this continent. So if your back's against the wall and the troubles of war, it's up to you to solve many different conflicts, views, and philosophies on war and eliminate and eradicate an enemy that has been around for thousands of years. Like I said before at the start of this game, you're going to truly enjoy the fact that this packs a lot of content within its narrative, and its narrative actually does play out quite well. Unlike your traditional J-style RPG with the plot and one main character, this game actually splits up its narrative within different subplots and different supporting characters that set the bar and the tone and the mood of the game. Some of these stories are really interesting and some of these stories are just but there is a lot to be had, and a lot of these characters are actually developed, and they really add to the atmosphere and the setting of this game. It truly really tries to involve you within it. It gives you many different philosophies, views, and insights to how war has affected these people and how they're going to go about the changes of war, how they're going to go about the changes of peace, and what they're willing to go do for the people of their land. And this is explained probably the best through the Naylor Soldier's story with General Rockbot. Some of the most powerful readings I've seen in that game, and some of the more likable characters came from that part. Such characters and readings like this one.
Look!
No!
Damn! Hurry!
Ha! It's not over. I'm still alive!
That's enough, Alistair!
I'm not done protecting you yet, General! Take this, sir! And please, save Naylern!
Alistair! General.
Alistair. I couldn't save him.
General, Alistair's only wish was to restore Naylor. He died for the same thing he lived for.
For what?
For our country. You're the only one who can revive it, General. Alistair knew how important it was to protect Naylor's last remaining ray of hope. Here, General. This is Alistair's legacy.
You died a true warrior, Alistair. My heart and soul will be with you always.
Like I said, powerful readings and interesting characters, and I actually have to give the game a lot of credit for having a narrative that's split up between so many different characters. It really does give you a lot of different insight, views, and philosophies about war. But that's where it starts to hit on one of its design aspects that kind of was flawed. While I enjoyed it, some people, and I can see why, didn't enjoy the narrative with so many different views from different characters. It kind of pulls the plot in different directions, and it doesn't give it a very fluid flow for the narrative. The narrative is not straightforward at first, and it's going to go take a while before you actually get the true flow of where the narrative's trying to go. With so many different characters, so many different views, the story does at sometimes get pulled each and every way, with different characters doing different things and changing the flow of the story. Another thing that was a little bit of a problem for me with this game is that the combat was not tested too well, probably. Because you're going to go run into a lot of aspects of combat, especially later on in the game, with the game pausing. Throughout combat, your enemies will load their skills and spells. And this will stop the game because they need to go actually load the skill or spell, then actually play the animation, then let you go back to combat. This gets quite annoying when you're fighting multiple enemies that do 5 or 6 spells and the game is pausing every other 5 or 6 seconds. Another thing that I did not enjoy about the game, and also adds to the lackluster combat within this game, is the fact that your AIs do not have a lot of control over what they can go do. You can go tell them where to attack, what spell to do, and everything like that in your traditional tactic style RPG. But as soon as that's done, or if your teammates are really strong and they kill an enemy fast, they're going to be stopping you also every other 5 minutes to ask for another direction or what they should do. On top of the enemies pausing the game every other 5 seconds just to go load a spell. This gets really annoying, and it really brings battle to a utter halt and stop. So that's one aspect that I need to go tell a lot of you to look out, because it is not something that you're going to truly enjoy. But if you're able to overlook that oversight, there is truly a gem in the story that you could actually truly enjoy, with lots of content, lots of beautiful characters. The only other aspects I could really say about this game that could be annoying, that you might not be able to get over time, is the fact that everything's in a top angle shot unless you're in town. You don't really get to go see the models that much. Not to say the graphics are that great, but it would be enjoyable to go see the character models and for this game. But no, everything's in this top angle view, and it gets quite annoying without any real map either to boat at that. But those little oversights that I don't know how they actually caught are just small and minuscule, other than the fact of the crippling, haltering battle system. So this game does have a lot to offer in the way of narrative and content if you're able to go overlook its oversights. So I would recommend this RPG for anybody who's a fan of the franchise, anybody who has a taste for the nostalgic style RPGs, and anybody looking for an RPG that wants to go take a couple of risks with its stories. There is some fun and there's a lot of content in this gem. That's my feelings, that's my thoughts, and as always, I'm the AntiHeroDrink here at RPG Mayhem, dishing out the good news of RPG, video games, gaming in general. If you like what you heard, like, subscribe, comment below. Really helps out the channel. Peace, sayonara, stay sexy, you beautiful hip cats and dolls out there. Later.